I've been trying to record this video like 5 times now, and I failed. And I'm going to just relax and record it, and then I think I will get it done. Okay, hi guys. Welcome to this video. I'm going to talk about some things, and I have no script, so it probably will be a little, I don't know. And yeah, I will just get into it. So as you know, I have been working on a Beatles series where they go to Ocarina of Time, where they make their songs, and they work on an album, and that album is basically the entire soundtrack of Ocarina of Time turned into a Beatles album. And if you've seen my community posts, I only have to do a few more songs. Or, well, a few more. I have to finish 29 songs, and once those 29 songs are done, we have a full album of the Beatles in Ocarina of Time, baby. Let's go! And why am I bringing this up? Like, why am I talking about this suddenly? About finishing Ocarina of Time? It's because I want to put my main focus on finishing the Beatles in Ocarina of Time. And with that I mean the soundtrack, not the animation series, because that's not going to happen anytime soon. It's a series I still want to finish someday, but I want to finish the soundtrack project first, and I want to do that before the end of the year. Okay, so let's get into the Sunday concerts. The Sunday concerts? Where the Running Man organizes an event at the random wall in Ocarina of Time. That project, that thing. I have to pause that for a little while so that I can finish the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. And honestly, that sucks, because since recently I've started them up again. And I've only been able to do 5 concerts, and I currently have to pause them again because they just take too much time to make. Basically, I've run into a lot of issues where I've been working on videos, and then I'm like, oh shit, I still have to do a Sunday concert. And the thing is, I have too much on my plate right now to really work on those videos, and the problem is that they are also not at a position right now that I'm fully satisfied with. How I see the Sunday concerts, I see it as a moment in the week where people can leave their suggestions, and I'm going to do something with those suggestions. And I also want to at least have 3 songs every Sunday concert, and I want it to have the fun visuals, not the random whatever this is, but the typical, camera moving in Ocarina of Time, and then all the characters like sitting around, and then the Beatles going crazy or whatever. I want to go back to those visuals as well, but the thing is that they just take a lot of time to make, because I manually track the Beatles onto the footage, and it just takes too much time, and then I have to do the songs and whatever. It's just it takes a lot of time, and I've just noticed that it feels like a chore, and I don't want it to feel like a chore. As of late, I just pump them out as fast as I can, and they're not at the quality I want them to be. So basically, that's why I'm pausing them right now, so I can fully put my focus on Ocarina of Time and finishing the soundtrack for that. And then, it will be done at some point, and then I can just start up the Sunday concerts again, and then, yeah, that will be my idea. So let's talk about the Deku Tree animation and the Beatles in Ocarina of Time animated series. If you have been following that, you know that the last episode ended with the Beatles going into the Deku Tree. And honestly, what I've made so far, it is going kind of crazy in there, but I need to pause working on that animation as well, because that animation just takes too much time out of my day to be able to work on the soundtrack. And what I want to do right now is I want to put my whole focus on finishing the Ocarina of Time soundtrack, and once I have that, I can take those songs with me into the animated series. And then I also have the whole soundtrack realized and all the jokes in there realized. And then I can take all of that also into account. Because what if something changes in one of the songs, and I kind of also have to put that into, this animation. So what I want to do right now is pause working on the animated series and also finish the soundtrack first, and then go back to the series. And how I see that happen right now is I want to finish the soundtrack like before the end of December, so this year. And then once it's done, I want to go back into the animated series and finish that episode, and then just continue that. And also start the Majora's Mask soundtrack done by the Beatles. That's also going to happen, and I'm really excited for that as well. So that is what I'm going to do with the animated series. Don't worry, it's still being worked on, and I'm very happy and excited to work on it, but it just, I need to put my focus somewhere else. But it's gonna happen, I promise. Another thing I wanted to talk about is my health. I've been dealing with a lot of chronic pain, and sometimes that really gets into the way of me working on stuff. I have a lot of pain, but things that I'm struggling with is my sensitivity to sounds and my sensitivity to light. I don't know when it started, but somewhere last year, I just got this crazy sensitivity to high-end frequencies. And with that, I mean sharp sounds. When I work on a song, with the Beatles in Awkward Time, I have to sentence mix and all the words into sentences. And a lot of times when I've worked on a song for like around an hour, all the start to hurt me, like the sounds, the s's and stuff. They become very piercing to me, and for some reason, extremely piercing and extremely painful. So I need to figure out a way that I can avoid pain. And I want to take breaks basically from working when I need to. So I basically, currently what I've done is I've set a timer. Every 20 minutes I have to take a 2-minute break, and after like an hour I have to take a 10-minute break. So that avoids me from going into hyper focus and into a flow state where I work nonstop and don't take any breaks. Because I've been doing that and it just hurts my ears, and I don't want to go deaf or damage my hearing. And also I want to take some screen breaks sometimes, because just like I was saying, my sight is also worsening, and this has been going on for like years, but that also is going, it's going somewhere that I don't like. So I also have to basically take that into account, and I don't want to go blind and deaf because that would suck. That would suck. So yeah. So basically, I need to, look at my work habits and look at it and be able to make adjustments so that it just becomes a better experience for me and a good experience for my health. Just like, a lot of creators get into a burnout. A lot of creators are like, quitting YouTube. That's not going to happen for me, because the thing is, I kind of have the opposite of that. I am like so in love with what I do that I get so hyper focused in what I'm doing that I just want to do that all day. But the problem with that is that sometimes it becomes unhealthy, and just my ears start to hurt, my eyes start to hurt, and then I lay in bed and I'm like, everything hurts. And that has to go a different direction, or else I don't know, I probably will worsen my health. So I'm also going to work on that and see how I can balance that out. So the last thing I want to talk about is I have launched a Patreon page. So if you like what I do and want to support me, you can go there and get a membership. I'm working on some perks, and because a lot of those perks are tied to the Sunday concerts, I can't really provide them. Because they are paused right now. But if you still at this point want to support my channel and you don't really care about the perks, you can go there and support me. I want to find ways to support myself so that I can keep making these videos. Luckily, I still live with my parents, so I don't really have any financial obligations to survive. So that's nice. And I can just keep making these videos for the time being, which is great. But I also want to be able to, save up and, or buy better equipment. So if you want to, support me in that, you can hop over and donate if you want to. Don't ever feel the need to. I also am keeping this channel mostly ad-free. All the Beatles videos will not have ads because I freaking hate advertisements so much. It goes against my values, basically. It's just so annoying if you want to watch a video and your time is being wasted, and I don't want that on my videos. So as long as YouTube gives creators the ability to turn off ads, because I honestly see that change in the future, because you can't turn off advertisements on shorts. As long as YouTube gives me the ability to turn off ads on my Beatles videos, I will turn them off. So you don't get interrupted by awful advertisements, and you can just, watch my content without any of those annoyances. That's the video. That are some things I wanted to talk about. I hope that gives some of you a little bit of clarity surrounding the Sunday concerts and the Deku Tree animation and just Beatles in general. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon, maybe in a live stream, maybe in another update video. And else, I hope you guys enjoy my videos, and I hope you guys enjoy all the